I'm not the biggest fan of the 2018-2019 Cars diecast line. Despite being the first line of cars that came out after Cars 3, I feel like it really wasn't the best in hindsight. At the time, it was great, getting cars from all three movies, getting brand new cars from Cars 3, as well as a couple of new items from Cars 1 and 2 as well. It was really, really great for sure, but the distribution at the time was absolutely horrendous, as nearly every store out there was still way overstocked with Cars 3 2017 items, and beyond that, just from a visual perspective, I think this is easily one of the worst card back styles that we've ever had in the Cars diecast line. But the 2018-2019 line brought with it a lot of really cool releases and also a lot of really unique concepts, such as, for example, the Scavenger Hunt series. While metallic cars have always been a part of the Cars diecast line, they've never really been a mainline thing. They've always been released in special ways. Whether they be store exclusives to places like Kmart back in the day, or nowadays the current metallic NASCAR line is exclusive to Walmart. You know, they were always kind of sectioned off in special releases. You would have store exclusive silver racers or metallic racers or other things like that. And the Scavenger Hunt line did something really weird. It introduced just random metallic cars into the main line as their own series. The Scavenger Hunt line would just take miscellaneous cars that were out that year. Some of them were significant characters. I mean, this is McQueen, obviously. Some of them were significant, but some of them were just weird random items like Union Jack Ramone with a paint gun, or Nick Stickers and Marilyn, or we talked about metallic Ryan Shields the other day. We got such weird and random items, and it's so strange, but honestly so cool. And I think as far as a metallic lineup goes, it was a really interesting choice to just do random metallic cars instead of ones fitting a theme like Piston Cup Racers or Radiator Springs cars or other things like that. Anyway, guys, welcome back to another review and to another birthday request here on the channel. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the metallic Cars 3 Lightning McQueen diecast. This guy was a part of the Scavenger Hunt series back in 2018. In fact, I believe he was the first ever Scavenger Hunt release. This was suggested to me by Gerald Quicktire, a request from Gerald Quicktire for his birthday. Hope you have a great birthday. And thank you so much for the request. As always, I always love doing these. And whenever I do birthday requests, I tend to talk about when the last time I reviewed this item was. Despite being a metallic variant of, you know, McQueen, one of McQueen's most iconic paint jobs, the Cars 3 McQueen design, I think this is easily one of the more forgotten about Scavenger Hunt diecasts, at least to me. When I think of the Scavenger Hunt line, my mind goes to the weird ones, like Nick Stickers, or Marilyn, or like I said, Body Shop Union Jack Ramone, just the weird random characters and variants we got in that line, or somebody like maybe Cal or Bobby. I don't often think of the McQueen, and I feel like, I don't know, he's kind of gone under the radar despite being a metallic McQueen variant. I think part of it is because we have so many metallic McQueens, but with how many metallic McQueens we have, this is one of very few metallic McQueens that's really based on one of the main paint jobs from the movie. We don't have a regular metallic Cars 1 McQueen. We have very few that aren't some like weird special edition random thing. So to just have regular old Cars 3 McQueen metallic is pretty nice. And you can see this guy is basically a carbon copy of the original made in China 2017 Cars 3 McQueen, but now with a nice metallic overspray. And he looks nice. I love that classic metallic red color that the metallic McQueen diecasts always have. It is part of what makes this McQueen, again, look like so many others we have, but hey, it works. It's a paint job that works, you know. So it is just a really nice item. And, you know, I was having trouble kind of connecting my tangent about the Scavenger Hunt line at the top of the review to the rest of it, but honestly, the reason why I was talking about it so much is because when I was planning out this review, I was getting like weirdly nostalgic for the 2018 Cars diecast line in a way that I didn't think I would. And I started thinking like, man, the last time I reviewed this McQueen was when I got it back in 2018. And 2018 was my first full year on YouTube. The first time I fully covered a diecast line buying items as they came out. And I don't know, it's kind of trippy to think about. So I started thinking like, what were the pros and cons of that line? And you know, what was it like with the scavenger hunts? So yeah, I don't know. Just fun food for thought. Anyway, we of course have that classic Rusty's logo on the hood. I believe the Cars 3 Rusty's logo is like ever so slightly different. I mean, it is significantly larger, just pulling a McQueen from the side. That's the lenticular radiator springs McQueen that I got the other day. Number 95 there, underneath the headlight, that very nice classic Cars 3 McQueen expression. One thing I'm happy to see them do is make the wheels metallic as well, something that doesn't happen all that often on metallic die-casts. Piston cup, octane gain, RPM, revolting, and clutch aid on the side. Your really cool 95 exploding into flames there on the side with that nice flaming outline. One of the Cars 2 design concepts that stuck around for Cars 3. And now I really can't imagine a McQueen that didn't have a lightning bolt exploding into flames. You know, from a nature perspective, that doesn't make sense, but it looks pretty sick on the side of this toy car, so... Got a number 95 here on the roof, Lightning McQueen signature as per usual, Rusty's logo there on the back, and of course on the spoiler as well. You can see this guy is a little bit dusty because this really isn't an item that I'm using in the videos all that often. I'm not sure if I ever have, if it's ever been in Cars Adventures or something else. Cars 3 McQueen in general, I don't tend to use in videos all that often. I'm using it for Cars Super Hot Beach Party movie now, though, so I have had him out. Got the regular Rusty's Medicaid bumper ornament logo there on the back. Since it's Cars 3, he, of course, doesn't have the yellow Ricky stripe there. There's a look at the other side, and there is a look at the base. And there you have it, metallic Cars 3 McQueen. While the scavenger hunt line did primarily focus on miscellaneous characters, it did give us some nice characters that really work together. There were metallic variants of Cars 3 McQueen, Cal, Bobby, Cruz, a lot of characters that you could kind of successfully pose this McQueen with. And it would make sense for them to be together. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for the thumbnail of this video, but maybe I'll pull out Cal and Bobby and go alongside McQueen. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Once again, happy birthday to Gerald Quicktire. We'll see you guys next time. Bye now.